things and stuff. Yeah, things and stuff.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Things and Stuff. Today we're going to take a look at MakeToys Visualizers. We found this box of Reflector in our last box that we opened up, and they are just really cool looking. I've never opened this up, so we'll take a look at this in just a second. I'll get my knife out so that we can crack the tape on these guys for the first time. There we go. So first off, we'll take a look at the box. On the front is Visualizers. Got some nice chrome lettering on there. On the back we have all of the promo shots of the Visualizers. Sides and top are very nice as well. The box is beat up a little bit, but that could be just from how long I've actually had this on the top camera. You'll be able to see how much damage has actually been on this box. So, alright, let's go ahead and break these guys out and see what we've got. Alright, so inside we have a double tray here that a lot of these are usually taped. It does not appear that there was tape on this, so we'll go ahead and open that up. We have this as well. This just looks like just a instruction booklet, so let's take a look at that. A lot of these masterpiece scaled figures have a card or something with them as well. This one does not appear to have that, but it does have full color instructions, which is always a nice addition. Helps you differentiate between pieces. We will be having to reference this, I'm sure, at some point to get these transformed, so I'll leave those out. Let's take a look at everything out of the package here. All right, we have all three of the Visualizers out of their packaging, and we have all of their accessories. So let's take a quick look at their accessories here. It looks like there is a pluggable hot shoe that is for, I guess, camera realistic parts. I wonder if that would actually work with an actual camera piece, if it looks really close. This one looks like a mounting base for the camera. In fact, I've got one of my other tripods over here. We can see if that actually lines up really quick. And it certainly does. So that means that we can put this on a tripod to make it look even more realistic. Comes with a mini camera version of them. I assume so that you can plug this into other Decepticons or even just other figures to make it look like they're using him, as Transformers were meant to be blending into the environment. So very cool, nice little accessory. Have the flash. Looks like that opens up to be missiles. other than that, it looks like it's pretty hollow plastic that does fit into the hot shoe. So that is good. And then it comes with 3 different faces for them. This one looks like he's almost grimacing a little bit, like he's in pain. I don't know what is going on with that. This one, he looks even more like he's in pain. These are really weird faces. And then the last one, he's smiling. He's having a good day. He's having a good time. So we'll find out how to replace those faces. I also haven't checked to see if these are faces that they already have on. Well, this guy's got a pretty stern face. I guess they're all fairly, yeah, they're all fairly similar. Kind of just like a neutral face. So this guy seems to have a pretty big backpack. I've not really looked at these yet. This guy has a big reflector on the back. I just popped off a piece here off of his foot, looks like. So that actually goes back into there like that. And this one has kind of a normal looking backpack. I don't know if I really got around to this one. This one has a big piece on it. That is the viewfinder for the camera. All right, looks like their feet have, just from my angle right now, this middle guy has buttons and things that they do not move, but they are different. The rest of both of these other two are fairly plain. So that looks like about the difference between them. They do have really cool translucent plastic green chests that looks like they've got like chrome behind it or silver behind it, so it makes it really cool effect to show. Looks almost like a circuit board. And it looks really nice. Okay, so let's take a look at these guys individually and see what we've got. We'll start with this guy here on the right. And he looks nice. This is the one with the main lens, I guess would be what that is. Does it clip in there? Yeah, it looks like it tabs in there, so I was wondering why. He's kind of loose, and quality is kind of okay. Shoulder pads are fairly loose. He does stand though. That's good. Let's take a look at his articulation. I assume all these are going to be fairly similar. So his arms do go up. They do have full 360. He does have bicep that goes around full 360. Elbows go to a full 90, just a single joint 90. His hands do rotate, and I do see a pin. His hands do open as well. So that's always nice. Rotation and opening hands are really a luxury that we don't always get. His head looks like it's on a ball peg, so you can look up a little bit, you can look down just a very teeny bit. Goes around full 360, and his face falls off. So we can at least see how to change that out. Maybe put that back in. There we go. Oh, let's see, what else do we have? We have a little bit of waist rotation, but his backpack seems to deter any further rotation. So it looks like it's getting caught back there. Legs, they do kick forward. They do kick backward. They go out to the side. He does have rotation on his thigh. Looks like it's a double jointed knee. well, it's not, it kind of is, but it does go back full 90, which is nice. I mean, that's about all you really need. And his foot does have ankle articulation and a little bit of forward and backward movement, so that should give you about what you need to open up his stance as much as you really want. Other than that, I believe that all of them are going to be a little bit similar. Arms and everything look like about the same. This one does look like his whole waist does go around. And this one is also getting the backpack restriction. So we'll have to see what we can do about that as far as the backpacks go. And there we go. Very cool little team. Once again, from the top, you can see they've got a little bit different. This one you can actually see the joints. This one has little pieces that are probably parts of the camera. The front of this guy has a little lens type shutter as part of his. I didn't see if these guys had anything cool inside of their chest or if they even open up. No, it does not look like it opens up. That one doesn't either. Alright. Okay, let's get into some transformation. We'll take a look at how these guys get together.
I need an instrumental for my toys.
Okay, that was a absolute pain in the butt. Not gonna lie. To get everything lined up and to try to decipher what exactly they were trying to get to, it's still not even like super clicked in. It's very finicky. Let's put it that way. I still can't seem to get everything to completely stay together, but that is about the best I can get it. So we will move on to the second one, and yeah, you're gonna see me just do this in fast forward because I'm not gonna go through all these steps. I was kind of thinking if I was going to do this again here, if I could just like, oh, I'll put them together, get used to it, and then come back to you and do it again really nice and smooth. No. This is... I'm going to do it in fast forward. You're going to see it just happen. And we will just assume that it was done very easily and very nicely. We're going to go ahead and just leave that one as is for now. And we will move on to the second one. And I will come back to you as soon as that one's done. I assume it's going to be very similar. So we'll see. The second one that we're going to be doing here is the center section. So let's get to it. Okay, just for reference, what I'm struggling with here is that there are two pegs here that need to go into two corresponding peg holes here. These have to get slotted into these here, and these have to get slotted into these here. And this does not go backwards to flap down on top of it. And in the meantime, you have to try to get that all under the viewfinder somehow. I mean, just go back to struggling. See if we can get this. hopefully. All right, let's get this, let's see if that's, I think I got through that part. Let's continue on here, forging ahead. As far as it'll go, this comes out and down somehow. Okay. And then that comes back down. Okay, so I don't know if this is all correct. God, it doesn't look right. It is at such a weird angle. I don't know if you can see that. Whereas this one is kind of like nice and cubed. This one's got a weird like wedge shape to it. I can't do it any better than that. And I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. Everything just looks off. And I don't know if there's any way better to do that. And it doesn't really show if that's how it's supposed to look. I mean, it sort of kind of does. So let's just assume that it's right, shall we? So let's put those over here to like that. Oh boy, we have another one to do still. That one was not any easier. In fact, it was a lot harder. Let's go with the last guy. See what he's got. I'll see you after the fast forward. Okay, welcome back to normal time here. We have all three, from what I can surmise, is transformed correctly. Let's see if we can put these together into an actual camera. It says that these should just click together at this point. I almost have to disagree based on everything, how it's gone so far. Actually, that one went fairly smooth. And we will try the same thing here. No, that actually went fairly smooth as well. How about that? Okay. Then it says to put this one in place. And then this one goes on top of that. For the lens. Everything seems to be, you know, for the most part, together. And it's still not happy about things. This one does not want to stay together. All right. Let's see if we can. Okay. Well, we've gotten it to this far. This seems to be the full camera. I'll show it to you as well. It's more or less holding together with thoughts and prayers. It doesn't really want to stay together. It's all these little bits seem to just want to unsnap. So let's put on the little accessories here. We've got the hot shoe that it says goes it says it goes here. Those are buttons, but how does this? This makes no sense whatsoever, so that's cool. The instructions literally say, like, oh, just put it there. What does this come? Oh, that comes out. Okay. And we can put that there. And the flash up there. And we can put this piece under there and in. Yeah, that looks like that holds pretty well. So we can put it up on our stand as if it was a real camera. How about that? Overall, it's cool. I mean, it's got a button here to push for your actual photo. I mean, when you look at it in the camera there, it looks good. The lens looks, I mean, it's green, but it looks really cool. But getting it to this point was no easy feat. Let's put it that way. I'm hoping, so this is only one of my multiple versions of Reflector. So we're gonna have to see how this one stacks up against a couple of the other ones. I know I've got the Fans Toys version. I've got the original, I've got an original. I should say it's a knockoff version of the original Reflector. I've also got 3 versions of the Siege Reflector. So we will go through all of those and do some comparisons with all of them. I might have a couple more versions. I'm not 100% sure. I thought I had like a Legends version at some sort of some point, of some sort. So we'll have to see if I remember correctly or not. I don't remember. So this has been an interesting transformation for sure. He seems, the robot modes seem a little bit better than the camera mode. These just won't really feel like they want to disconnect themselves from the camera itself. It's nice that they have options as far as, you know, having these things come out. Does this come? Yeah, that one comes out as well. So might be something to have to keep an eye on. But not bad overall. Like I said, we'll have to see how he stacks up against some of the other versions of Reflector. Okay, well, there we have MakeToys Visualizer. It's an interesting version of Reflector, whichever version you're going to go with. He's okay overall. I say he, but they are okay overall. The robot modes are really nice. They stand really nicely. They're fairly solid. I had issues with his face plate falling off a lot and the eyes falling out, and they're very tiny and hard to get back into the face and then back onto him. So there is that issue. The camera looks nice. Doesn't really hold together the best, and their transformed modes don't really hold together the best, and they're very difficult to get into place. But overall, for a third-party version, it's not bad. I've seen a lot worse. We will have one that's a lot worse, but he is pretty cool anyways. I'm talking about a special sound wave that I've got in one of these boxes that loose doesn't quite sum it up, but we'll get to him eventually. For now, here's MakeToys Visualizer. Thanks for joining me on Things and Stuff. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, please like the video, and if you so choose, please give me some comments on how things are going. This is about my 7th, 8th video, somewhere around there. I don't know if they're getting any better. I don't know if they're any worse. Hopefully, they're still entertaining enough. So, until next time, thanks. Bye.